it going, everybody? Hello. How's everyone doing? We are getting set up. Still, one moment. Let me make sure the camera is set. Looks like it is. Should be good. Boom. Here we are. Hope you guys are having a great night, great afternoon, morning, everything. Hi. How are you? Let me get Minecraft fucking loaded up, actually. Oh, what a day it's been. It's been interesting. I took yesterday off, it seems like. There was a lot going on, but we'll talk about that throughout the show. Turbo's gone. Good to see you. Sad to see Turbo's gone from the LCU, maybe? Possibly? I'm not. Fuck that guy. Holy shit, was he such an issue always. Let's make sure. Let's make sure I have everything ready to go. I'm pasting a thing in the chat. It's the tip jar. You don't have to donate if you don't want to. No worries. But I'm pinning the message now so I don't forget. And then let me make sure that the other thing is set up correctly. Oh no, I hated him. He was the only one whose gunt I felt okay calling out. True. Oh my God, was he such a fucking problematic motherfucker. He was so gross. I'm so excited not to have to listen to live. I'd choose you over local show any day of the week. Oh my Lord. The episode from today was kind of cringe. I have to set up the non-full screen version of Minecraft. One moment. Options, video settings, full screen off. Okay. Then I can do this. I can move this over here. Then I can go here. And there's Minecraft. Let me move the text box. We'll put it up to the top. All right. Sick. Solid. We're just doing some basic chill fucking Minecraft play. We're on my friend Hippo's realm. Maybe he'll get online. I'll shoot him a message. I think he's working, but just chill Minecraft. I'm at work tonight, but want to say hi. Hey, guy on bus. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Oh, I was shit talking with Keem a little bit. I don't know if you want to call it shit talking, but I was on Crypt watching the show because Jaffe's not on there this week until the 1st, I think, when he's making his game show. And I was watching, seeing what they were up to, and I had my fucking mod taken away. Unfortunately. I guess Keem saw I was a mod there, and he was like, why the fuck is he a mod? So, they took away my moderator status on Locale Crypt. It's a little cringe. And I guess there was also a post in the LCU Discord that they took away Turbo's host... Not Turbo. Kalo's host role for chatting in my stream about Abby being fired. I guess Keem just does not like the criticism. So... From my understanding, he's back in the LCU. I don't know. That was shortly after I asked for you to come back. Yeah, Crib's bad now. I want to give it a chance, obviously. I want to see what they can do. If Jaffe's having fun, Jaffe's having fun, right? That's my main focus. He might not be making enough money there, and I think he complains about that every so often, but... My focus for the old Jaster is it fun and entertaining? Is he having a good time? Is he able to explore like his creativity on the show? And from what I'm understanding, those are his complaints. So, yeah, Keem took away my moderator on Locale Crypt, even though I didn't do anything to break the rules. I think he's just upset. And then he claimed, you know, oh, there he is doing what everyone else does, shitting on the LCU. I don't know if I've shit on the LCU yet. I've just been big chilling. I have some planned content for some political stuff happening soon. I'm trying to get people together to start doing those shows. There's going to be an Israel-Palestine episode coming shortly. God, that's going to be that's going to be fucking interesting because, you know, I'm fairly positioned on this in a way that most people aren't, I'd say. And so the people I'm bringing on, they're pretty pro on both sides. You know, they have very strong opinions about both positions. So we'll see how that stream goes. I also wanted to cover, oh, what the fuck is his name? I was just looking at it the other day. I have to go to my history on YouTube. Hold on. Let's make sure this is set up correctly. YouTube. Who was it? I just scrolled down a lot, actually. Fuck. You guys get to see my fucking history, YouTube history. What's the name of that guy? A lot of Taskmaster. I watched Avatar yesterday, I think. I think that was yesterday. What's the name of this dude? Ethan Ralph. I want to do an Ethan Ralph episode. That's gonna be the next one. The next thing I cover. He seems like a very interesting character. Ethan Ralph seems to be hugely controversial. I watched him years and years ago. And to my understanding, he moved to Mexico to start doing like hardcore drugs. He's fucking some porn star girlfriend of his. It's a very, very dense character with a lot of history of some bullshit. All right, we're going to go to bed. I don't fuck with the zombies and shit. Hold on. My bed's outside. The house isn't built. It's very pink. I'm building it for someone else on the server to take over. So that's that's why the design style's like this. I'm trying to just put little houses here and there on this server for a friend of mine. And then I'll be just roaming around doing that, just having little builds. This one here. We're going to move this dirt eventually, but it's just a little pink little base. It has a basement down here with a storage system. It has a farm. So it's going to be move-in ready for someone, right? Just not me. Sneeko likes dudes. True. Now that I'm not in the LCU, you'll be seeing me interact with a lot of people from that sphere, right? Like I've had talks with Sneeko before, Mr. Girl. I've had, you know, conversations here and there with those type of content creators. That's where I come from originally. So who's to say we don't talk to Sneeko again? I think if he's on YouTube, we'll do it on YouTube. I'm also on Kick and Twitch. Same name. If you want to find me on any social media, it's Tech Protect YT. I need to start doing some skits on TikTok, I think. That's something I wanted to try out. Funny little comedy bits. Just seeing how that goes. Hi Tech, hi chat. I cannot pronounce your name in the language that it's in, but I see you. Are you gonna get Myron or Sneeko? Although I probably misspelled their names. I've not had a conversation with Myron. I don't know how hard it'd be to talk to the guy. Right now, the channel is nothing. So like their incentive to do anything here, probably low. But maybe I can build this up and make that like a possibility. Fingers crossed one day. But for now, we're chilling. The channel still needs to hit certain milestones to become, monetized and get up and running. So we're going to try and get that done soon. And then I'm also streaming on other platforms. I'm probably going to TwitchCon this year. That'll be fun. Going with Jaffe, fingers crossed. It's in November. I don't think you'll remember, but you can just call me Nye Lamau. Nayeli? I don't know. I I'm racking my brain now to see if I can remember what the original username was. You could probably get his brother. He is less red pill. I actually enjoy talking to these red pill guys. The incel community is really funny to interact with. They have their own culture. That's I don't want to say it's fun, but it's for sure interesting to dip your toe into, at least for a moment. It can get really bad, really toxic, but it's so fascinating to see what makes them think the way they do. Like, there's a number of people I know online that are like self-admittingly like black pill. You know, like the world's over and I hate everything and there's nothing to strive for in life. And it's all because of society. Like cry more. Unironically like Asmongold. You can like Asmongold. Me and him got into an argument last year. No, 2 years ago. Because he was doing commentary on David Jaffe. And I think me and him were... I was trying to set up like a... Oh, I have a shovel. I was trying to set up a interview between the two. And he was just a huge dickhead about it. He was just very dickheady about the whole thing. He was like, why would I ever work with someone who has that many subscribers? I was like, because the guy made fucking God of War and Twisted Metal. Like, why wouldn't you? And he's like, no, I'm just going to be boosting his stats and building up his platform. And all I can think of is, that sounds familiar. Who else says shit like that? I'm kidding, but... yeah, I think I yelled at him and called him a fucking dickhead, probably. I think it was just dickhead. But I was in contact with his Discord team and his YouTube manager guy. Then we got into a Discord call. This would have been November of 2024. Because I started helping Jaffe out in August or September of 2024. And then I came on as his actual producer. Oh, that's too many dirt blocks. I came on as actual producer January of 2025. We got him into the LCU February of 2025. The LCU was actually one of the first projects we got Jaffe to get onto. And it was fun, you know, for a hot minute. It was not terrible. And then it became terrible, you know? I mean, not terrible, but it's just... It's not as fun. How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Asmongold was good IMO, but then he went to Nick Fuentes. Yeah. Oh, isn't there a Nick Fuentes interview with Hunter Biden that just happened? Didn't that just happen? You're so loc. I'm shocked your career went into social media sphere like this. Wait, what does loc mean? I don't know what that means. But I'm also very surprised. I did not expect... because I've been doing social media stuff in the background for like a decade, right? I've been... Oh, low-key? Yeah. The stuff I've been doing has always been in the background of other bigger creators and stuff. You know, and I was like, oh, this is just for fun. And I went into business. I did my own little career thing. And the cards just kind of lined up to get into it again because of Jaffe. I was throwing him suggestions on how to boost his analytics and how to get more viewership and what topics to cover. And to talk about certain people and certain topics, I guess. And one of them blew up, which was responding to this Game Grumps guy, and then this lady named Vera Dark, and she fucking was pissed. That lady was very upset that Jaffe responded to her, but she had been making content about him for the longest, critiquing him or whatever. So it went well, and Jaffe was like, "Hey, you're actually helping me with the show a ton. Would you like to come on as a full position?" I was like, "Sure." I don't have a pickaxe for that. There's just a stair there now. By the way, Hunter Biden interviews by that guy are good. Def recommend. I might actually watch it on stream, if anything. I'm sure it'll get copyright strict or whatever, but if it's a good video, fuck it. We'll watch, we'll interpret, we'll give our positions. And I need to get a fucking pickaxe. And I don't have any metals, I think. No ingots. Lock to the brain. Brother Lynch grew up on this song. I did do some music shit the other day. And I had to spend like... How long was it? Maybe like 3 hours editing the video. So it wouldn't get taken down from the channel. But, you know, later on in the video, we might do some more music shit. It is a chill stream. We're not pushing too much of the content that I should be. So, you know what? Maybe chill stream. Hey, what's up, Tech? Energy! Energy, would you like to mod here? You don't have to be here when I go live, but if you just happen to be around and you see shit, would you want the ability to correct some bad guys? Let me know. You've been a mod for Jaffe for a while, so it's an easy, like, yeah, easy to trust you. I might just put on the Hunter Biden thing. I wonder if I could, yeah, of course. Let me get to here, click your name, add as moderator. Let's see. Can I go here? Hunter Biden interview. Was it? It was Nick Fuentes, right? It was Channel 5.
You said you want to add.
Okay, we're gonna try and get this set up so we can have this in the corner. Let me go back to this. Options, music, turn this down 1%. Okay, maybe 2%. And then I can go here, grab this. We're gonna set it up in the corner. All right, so there's gonna be some gameplay in the background, and me in the corner, and the text chat. It's a little finangled, but you know, it should work.
Ask me, why are you a Nazi?
Inclusion has been our greatest strength. Diversity has been our greatest strength.
White people do feel like we are being boxed out.
A 26-year-old white kid doesn't feel like he has access because he's been canceled, and the problem is black people.
I didn't say the problem's black people.
Well, you just did, Nick. You just
I said the problem is crime, and we know who's doing the crime in Chicago.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
About the Holocaust thing?
Oh, about that.
We get to say whatever we want on the internet. We get to deny the Holocaust.
As far as Jews are concerned in general, I think that everybody in the country should be treated with dignity and respect and have their civil rights.
Like, what do you think about somebody like Mamdani?
Personally, I don't like him. Like, for example, on 4th of July, when he takes the opportunity to sit there with, let's be honest, not a single white person.
What about fucking Donald Trump? There's no ideological core to Donald Trump.
No,
oh, God, there's a lot
Don
going
Jr.
on.
got the largest loan ever given by the Department of Defense.
Vance owes his entire political career to Peter Thiel. will, whichever firm is the one to develop ASI, that could confer dictatorial-like powers upon the CEO of that company.
Everything that we think about the way in which we exist in the world completely changes.
Increasingly with Uber, Airbnb, banking apps, you can't live your life without the tech platforms.
Everything that AI is built on is ours. That's what they're stealing from us. I want to find common ground of how much of a shithead Donald Trump is. We can get there, okay?
The kind of first question that I had whenever I caught wind that you wanted to do an interview like this is, why now? What made you want to sit down for this kind of interview?
Well, I think it's an interesting conversation to have all of us here. And
Do we think that, like, do we think that they're gonna come to a common ground position? I don't know. I don't expect them to, right? Maybe there's a number of topics that they will agree on, right? We saw a little preview of what they were gonna say. There has been this like divide when it comes to, oh, I fell again. Fuck me. I'm gonna get this while I'm down here. Like the US voter base, that's probably a one that they will agree on. We've seen like a huge social push to punish the straight white male. And I imagine Hunter Biden, if you're gonna be doing fucking coke and going across the world, fucking hookers and shit, I imagine you're also like, why they fucking on the white boy? Like I imagine that's gonna be a position he might share. That the white boy's been oppressed for too long. I don't have lag. The stream's smooth for me. Beacon or Becca says, is it me or is there lag? I got weird storms. Yeah, no, it should be fine. I guess I gotta podcast it to help it stop being choppy. No one get too funny in the chat. I can't read it. No. Okay, well, let's give a listen.
I think it's a moment in our country when there's a lot of realignment. I think that people recognize, especially in the past couple of years, I'm like a non-conventional critic, maybe, of what's happening. And so I think it'll be an interesting, productive conversation. I think it'll be different.
But I mean, specifically, because we kind of share a publicist, I heard that you wanted to kind of... Okay, we have a publicist that you hit up, and you said that you wanted to talk to someone who would give you kind of a fair shot to like clear up some things and maybe some misconceptions about you and the things you believe.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that I'm somebody who I think, like you, actually, maybe we have this in common, is kind of pigeonholed in a certain way for things that we've done in the past or things that we've said.
Yeah, I'm a crackhead.
But I'm racist, right?
That's funny. That's fucking hilarious. Hunter Biden just saying I'm a crackhead when it comes to speaking up about his political past. You can call it political past. It's just his life. That's, in my opinion, one of the funnier things you could have said.
I got pigeonholed there. Mine is true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mine's a little true. Maybe a little, no. But yeah, so I think it'd be good to clear up some of the misrepresentations and put out something accurate.
So what do you think is the most misrepresented thing about you?
Well, I think really the whole image everybody has about me. When you mentioned me, I think on a recent show, you said you want to ask me, why are you a Nazi?
Yeah.
And that's how everybody knows me. Everybody thinks of me as a white supremacist Nazi, and I don't think that's really true at all. I think that we definitely have different values. I mean, you're more from the left, I'm more from the right, but I don't think I'm a hater. I'm not a hateful person.
It is Heil Hitler Friday, Heil Hitler, all my niggas Nazis.
Hitler was very fucking cool.
Yes, I do.
One of them.
And I'm tired of pretending he's not.
So what's the thing about, I guess, traditional
Jesus.
Nazism that you think you disagree with the most?
Well, it's a non-Christian ideology. So, I mean, look, I believe that race is real, as the Nazis did, but I don't think it utterly defines a person. As a Christian, I think we're all created beings.
Nothing wrong with hookers and blow. True. Or you could say his struggle, Mein Kampf or whatever the fuck,
I do believe there's such a thing as a universal human community. And so I think it's a cruel ideology. I've said this on my show, by the way, but I mean, that would maybe be the fundamental.
Did you always feel that way?
Always, yeah, absolutely.
So even whenever you were younger and stuff?
I did, but you know, you got to recognize times have changed. 10 years ago, we had a totally different political world. The regulation and policing of speech, you know, what you would call wokeness, I think was at an all-time high when I got started as a very young man.
What would you would call wokeness?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I think, I mean, would you not
maybe
say there
him,
were
maybe
some
him,
excesses maybe in those days?
Yeah, in those days, I wasn't doing too well, so I wasn't paying much attention. Anyway, I would love to hear, and I'm not asking you to like retract everything that you've ever said and all the, you know, or anything, but I said that I would love to talk to you because number one, I told you this, is that I think you're really smart, and I think that with that comes in a real responsibility, and you have an audience, and I have a friend whose son is my daughter's age, you know, maybe 28, you know, your age. And he's really smart, and he is a big fan of yours. And so by virtue of the relationship, I got to learn what it is that why he is a fan of yours. And none of it has to do with, I would hope you agree, like really egregious things that you've said in the past about the Holocaust or about, you know.
Do the Jews ever talk about the 100 million whites that died in World War II? Or do they just bitch and moan about the so-called 6 million Jews that died?
And so it's just nice to poke holes in it and say, it's not 6 million.
6 million? I don't think so.
And I don't even know, I think I've heard you since kind of rescind a lot of that.
You concede that 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust.
Possibly more. Possibly, we're discovering all the time. So it could be, maybe even be more than that.
But what he agrees with is kind of the anger about the situation that particularly your generation finds yourself in. I know that to be real. And I think that there, you know, maybe my reasons for recognizing that anger as being legitimate and my targets are different than yours. I just wanted to hear from you. When you say you were canceled by the right in 2016.
Yes.
I almost felt like in preparing to meet you now, is that your reaction to that was to just dig deeper and deeper into kind of the outsider, kind of radical, say anything for the purpose of generating, you know, the attention to build an audience. Is that true? And it's not an accusation. I really mean it. I want this to be a conversation as much as possible.
I mean, there's certainly some truth to that, but I think that might be overstating it a little bit because I really got canceled by the right and the left.
How many people do you think, like, as a percentage in the U.S., how many people are probably aligned with what Nick Fuentes believes, you think? Like, it can't be more than like 10%, right? It couldn't be?
Left.
Yeah.
And back in those days in 2017, you had these far-left journalists at Huffington Post, Right Wing Watch, ADL, SPLC, and I really believe they were on a mission to find extremist rhetoric, the white nationalist, neo-Nazi boogeyman, all that kind of stuff. And they would look at someone like myself, 18, and if I was being serious or joking, things taken out of context, they would clip it, post it, and they wanted me to be the villain. And I think they wanted a lot of people to be the villain. I think the left, in a way, kind of created this climate where I think they pushed a lot of people far.
65 to 75% in the South is a high number. That's almost like an unrealistic number, I'd say. It'd be hard for me to agree. That's a huge amount.
Farther to the right.
No, by the way, that very well may be true, but you gave him a lot of ammunition.
That's true.
You know, I mean, I hope that some of those things that you said in the past are not things that you believed in and that are you meant just to engender like a really radical kind of response. I mean, is that true or not?
Well, you know, again, I think that back in those days, you could not say anything. In 2017, 2018, cancel culture was so in overdrive. Any joke, any edgelording, anything like that, they would, first of all, there's no sense of humor.
I'm so old. I don't even. What's
okay, well, to break it down for you, so the dawn of wokeness as it's known today, I think, was in like the post-Trump era. After Trump won the election in 2016, there was a big movement to deplatform and kind of push away those who, I guess, the left feel like had galvanized them into the presidency. So there was this big idea that if you push people off mainstream social media platforms, they would go away. Now we know through Trump's reelection, that's not even true. But at the time, that was the mantra. Problematic viewpoints needed to be silenced, tucked away somewhere.
Yes, it is that Noxie. We're talking about political commentary and play Minecraft. We're chilling.
sort of die in isolation. So I think that that was the climate where you first got started, 2017. That time period was like crucial for
I'm going to speed it up. I'm a little ADHD.
getting people off mainstream platforms. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I would say that you got to get into the psychology of those days. It felt like anybody that wasn't on board with the most progressive agenda had no options. There was just no alternative. It was going to be progressive, liberal, feminist, BLM, all that kind of stuff. And if you were to the right of John McCain, you're no platforms. Censored, banned from all the platforms, you're fired from your job, you're ostracized socially. And I think what happened really in 2021 when Trump got banned from the platforms is it felt like 70 million people got canceled. 70 million people that voted for Trump, or 60, 70 million people, we were all felt like, oh, so if Trump is out of politics and we're all banned from the platforms, then how is there any redress for our grievances? Do we just have to shut up and get with the program and we're all going to be progressive? And I think that drove people to a far more radical place where people said, well, what really is a solution? We can't talk, we can't express ourselves, we can't participate in the process or run for office. And I was one of the people saying that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to drive people to extremism. If you don't talk, if people don't feel like they have a seat at the table in enfranchisement, I think then they start exploring options outside the system, outside of the political process, the democratic process. So I think it's self-inflicted in many ways.
So you feel like after the mass deplatforming in 2021, whenever people on the right got pushed to platforms like Parler, Gab, Rumble, etc., the lack of discourse and like the political singularity of those platforms created more extremism?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because look, you take Trump off of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I predicted this in 21. I said, watch, you're going to see alternative social media rise because some venture capitalists are going to see there's a huge market of 70 million people that are going to follow Trump because Trump is no platform. And that's exactly what happened. Rumble blew up, Elon bought Twitter, and what happened when you had total free speech on these platforms? Well, Twitter now resembles 4chan. And now, there's no gatekeepers. And I think it did push people in a radical direction. And honestly, people are even blowing past me. Now there's like mainstream normie types that are even blowing past me in terms of how radical they are. People start saying things like, there's no political solution, there's going to be a civil war, we need a revolution. And I think that's because the message from the left was, you're crushed. You have no options, you can't win, there's no alternative. Trump is going to be indicted and charged and can't run. You can't be on Twitter, you can't have a job. And so people started to say, okay, well, we still exist. We're still here, we still have these concerns. What do we do now? And then people start to say, well, we need a revolution.
I actually agree with Nick Fuentes here, which is unfortunate because I've never liked the guy, but there was this whole theory in sociology that otherizing people that are not extreme by calling them extreme causes them to be more extreme. And it's not even done as like revenge. It's not like they're like, I'll show you, like it's some regular guy who works some blue collar job who's just like, oh, I'm confused on what like a trans person is, right? Like I don't really understand it. They're not like outwardly violent or aggressive about the position. They're just like uninformed. You would see a lot of people online say stuff like, well, it's not my job to educate you, right? And then now you're challenging, you're challenging this person by saying like, it's more of like an aggressive position to take to say like, I'm not going to involve myself in conversation with you. You don't deserve it. And I say, okay, well then one, like you're lessening me as a person. Like I'm not meriting an explanation to something that you're trying to promote. That seems weird. And so it causes them to be pushed towards the other team, right? If the pro-trans people, if they shit on the neutral, ignorant people, then they're just going to be pushed towards the side of anti-trans rhetoric and anti-trans communities. And that makes, oh, fuck, I was supposed to get a pickaxe. That makes everyone suffer, right? You should be willing to have those open conversations about positions that you believe in, because if you don't, the other side is always open to have those positions that you disagree in, like have those conversations, right? I guarantee you, the people that are like, abortion is evil and it's murder, those people are going to love to talk to anyone who says, I don't really understand your position. What are you talking about? They will have that convo and they'll spend hours doing it because they feel like what I'm doing is righteous. But if someone goes up to like a pro-choice activist and that activist goes, I don't have to tell you anything, you're a man, what's the guy going to do? The guy's going to be like, okay, well, fuck you then, I guess. I'll go ask the person who will answer me. And creating that divisive, like environment for the middle ground people has caused a lot of problems, not just in politics, but, at work and in schools. And, being otherized works both ways, whether it's because someone is not as inclusive as you doesn't mean that you have to otherize them. I don't know. It's a topic. And what he's saying here is silencing the more right-leaning voices caused everyone to become more extremely right wing.
I'm one of the only people saying no, we should still engage in the process and talk with each other. And it's not all one-sided. I think there's problems on the left and the right, but I certainly think it takes two to tango.
Okay, so there, we agree. I think that there are problems on the left and the right, and I don't disagree with some of the things that you just said. I guess I just came to a different conclusion, that there are some things that people should be deplatformed for. Not that they can't say it when they want to say it, but I think that it's a right of anybody.
Okay, top 3 things. What do you think?
There's a difference between being able to say that you're proud of your white heritage and also being just flat out racist. I think that there's a difference between saying you're proud of your Christian heritage and the white culture from what you come from and Nazis, or that you adopt the Nazism as a legitimate ideology. I think that there's a difference between saying that you disagree with the United States policy as it relates to Israel and saying that the Holocaust didn't exist.
I was like, Mom, Dad, Hitler was awesome. Hitler was right. And the Holocaust didn't happen. And my parents were like, we cannot believe.
Those would be top 3 things in my mind. I know that you believe that some people took you out of context, and I do agree. Look, on both the right and the left, there are these gatekeepers, 100%. And look at me, the mainstream press just destroyed me for 7 years without any real kind of reflection about what they were doing. I do think that some of those things are legitimate reasons to say, we don't want you on our on a commercial platform. Would you agree with that? I mean, you just said, for instance, people calling for like an armed revolution, like people calling for actual violence. You're opposed to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm against violence, and I do think those are one of the legitimate things that should be taken from the platform. There's a lot of the stuff on social media I don't agree with, but again, what started to happen is there was this like editorial censorship where certain ideas were banned, and it was such a broad brush and also totally opaque and ad hoc. You'd be on YouTube, like I was, for example, they banned me for life and didn't even give me a reason, not a specific quote, not a specific infraction, and so you don't know what the rules are, you don't know what the process is, they just take you down, and especially now when everything is digital, it's not just the social platforms, it's the other ones like Uber, Airbnb, whatever. It feels like you're being denied almost something like a civil right, because the social platforms are the modern public square. Increasingly with Uber, Airbnb, the banking apps, you can't live your life without the tech platforms, and it felt like if you just simply had the wrong opinions or you were the wrong kind of person, you were being deprived of like a basic civil right or being able to participate in society. So, and I think maybe that's an area of collaboration where we recognize maybe it is a civil right to use the digital platforms, but here are the rules. Here's what you can say, here's what you can't say, here's the process. Maybe there's a reconciliation mechanism, but I mean, the censorship was just out of control. I don't think anyone disagrees there's a reasonable limit, though.
Yeah, no, I guess what I'm saying is that I don't see that as a result of left-wing or right-wing ideology. I view that kind of level of deplatforming. Look, I was debanked. I was debanked before I was ever even charged with anything. I lost every bank account. It took me, 9 months once they, the Trump administration, said that they were starting an investigation into me to be able to actually get a bank account again. And I don't want to tell you the bank because tomorrow they may debank me again. But my point is that those people are incredibly identifiable. I've been talking and going around and I say things like,
Okay, I don't know how much is actually be controversial in this conversation. It just sounds like they're agreeing with each other for a lot. Let's use AI. Summarize the video for me. Key discussions in the beginning, they talk about the deplatforming and digital rights, then the state of American society. Next is political views on Trump in the future. Then they talk about the Holocaust and anti-Semitism. Then they look for common ground. Both Fuentes and Biden emphasize their shared love for the country and desire to see it succeed. Even while there are fundamental disagreements on many issues, the conversation concludes with a call for recognizing the humanity in those with whom one disagrees. It's literally just a sit down between some white folk. No hate for the white folk. They're on their game. They're doing their thing, but it ain't gonna change much. I think it's not gonna be some revolutionary conversation between Biden and Nick Fuentes, unfortunately. Base is coming along okay. That's not too bad. Hi, Joanne. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Joanne Klein, I think. What was I building? I'm gonna need another pickaxe. That's true. Oh, fuck. I just forgot the guy's name. Who's the guy I was talking about? Ethan Ralph? I think that's his name. The one who's doing crack and drugs and fucking a porn star living in Mexico and I think beating his wife. Or girlfriend? I think he beats his girlfriend. We're going to do a deep dive in that guy sometime soon. And I have a plan forming, a little conversation getting set up to do a little bit of a streaming thing with Grim. We'll see. We'll have Grim on the show soon. That'll be fun. But it'll be strictly politics. There'll be no Minecraft. Sorry, y'all who came for the Minecraft gameplay, which I know is like none of you. But we'll have Grim on the show. He'll be here. We'll have our own little back and forth about Israel-Palestine. I think I spent hours with him on the phone once. I think it was in the LCU Discord, actually, and some people joined in to listen in. But about the justifications for Israel, support. It was interesting. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be surprised about who thinks what and why. I'm all here for the gameplay. Haha. True, we're just clearing out this base. We're making bases across this server. Server's a friend of mine's. And we're gonna make some very rudimentary bases for people to start off at. We'll go back to spawn. We'll leave a sign with the coordinates. We'll give a little description. This is the pink house. Nice little farmer starter little house. It has 3 villages nearby. And we're going to build a hidden base in the jungle. Give that away to someone else. Just a chill time, the Minecraft gameplay. Anyone have any questions for me at all? Feel free to ask them. I got my eye on the chat. Very happy to answer any questions or concerns or whatnot. Before we did the Hunter Biden thing, I was saying how I had a little bit of a pet peeve, a little fucking dispute with the Keemstar guy. Because on Crypt, he went into the show and was talking about how upset he was that Turbo's gone, and say what you want about how he feels about black people. He was good on the mic. He was a good host. And I was like, why the fuck didn't I get that same type of fucking, support? I leave and they're like, that fucking scammer. He's here. He's killing Bus. I can't believe he left like that. Like, he was akin to calling me like a betrayer. That's how far he was going with that rhetoric. Turbo leaves and it's like, oh no, I had to fire him. How unfortunate. So sad. Maybe one day he'll come back. He just can't be making jokes like that. My ass. My booty cheeks, dog. I don't get it. Tech, you have a great voice for streaming/podcast. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will be opening up a OnlyFans soon where I will be doing whimpering ASMR videos where I read smut. For the topic you are going to talk to Grim, I suggest you look into Section 219 that got voted in Congress. Ooh. Put the smartwatch on because I will forget shit. And I can do... Hold on. Put in my little password on my smartwatch. Remind me in 2 hours to look up Section 219 voted in Congress. Oh, come on. Set a reminder in 2 hours for looking up Section 219 voted in Congress. Fingers crossed. Will it do it? Thank you. The reminder. Ew, Lamau. What, you guys don't approve of me reading, smut? That's mean. I'll do whimpering audio. It's not gonna be anything that's like, oh, Nichan or whatever, but it'll be interesting, There's a thunderstorm outside. As I said on Reapers, you were banned from the Discord. That true? I think so, or I guess so. I wasn't told I was banned. I guess I just was banned. So I don't know why. But if it's true, it's true. Okay, I need to build another set of stairs that goes up that way. Which means I need to get stairs, which means I need to go through here. I don't know why I thought that was very Star Trek. Huh. Whimpering audio or what? Oh, who's attacking me? Oh, this guy. We should actually set some torches up in this area because it is dark. And things spawn in the dark. The monsters. The mean guys. Okay, there's zombies. I'm gonna run to my bed. The watch reminder. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, I think I heard Xylee say earlier that you're a Voldemort. Maybe. If so, that sucks. But if so, then I'm free to talk about whatever the fuck I want to now. I think it'd be a bad idea to Voldemort me. Because at that point, what the fuck is my incentive for coming back ever? You know? I was telling Keem, I'm here to maintain a positive relationship between us. I'm not aiming to shit talk anyone. I mean, I'll give my opinions or whatever, but nothing akin to like shitting on the LCU or the host or whatever. Unless I had beef with them before. Like, I'm not gonna switch up just because I'm gone. People I didn't like. But if he's like now saying, no, Tech, fuck you, blah, 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 then whatever. Then we'll just do what we need to do for content. Staircase. Okay. How did I design the staircase? It was a 4-pad of this, and then stairs going down from there. So... okay. It's a 4-pad. And it's stairs going down from there. That's not stairs. Oh wait, am I on the wrong level? Fuck. Oh, and then I just fell again. Shit me. Okay. Those are just regular blocks, right? God, I gotta fucking... hold on. Whole Voldemort idea is the most pathetic thing I ever saw. I have agreed about this for quite some time. I think it's very cringe to say like, because you're like this, you're gone. I will never can we talk about you again. Cringe. 18 Miss Mechanical. Holy shit, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. Grace Ascroft. Nice to meet you, I think. I think we've talked before. We're complaining about Keem in Avoldi's chat. Well, complaining. Oh, that's from the because Kalo got in trouble. Keem said he was chatting in Avoldi's stream and it was yours. The first comment from that screenshot was my chat, but the second comment he did was someone else's, and I don't know whose. Okay, these are stair blocks. Just plain stair blocks. 1, 2. Which means this floor, at least here, will have to be raised up. Okay, that seems accurate. Which means we're going to place dirt here, here, and here. So we can do a stair there and a stair there. Once more. And okay, so that's the stairs to get to this level. The stairs to get to this level. And we want more for the basement. Which means we need to clear this out. How's your day been? I've been chilling. No, both were yours. I rewatched this morning. What do you think about Scooter being back? Scooter rejoining the LCU is probably not the best for him. But I'm not like his dad. And he's not going to listen to any advice I give him. I don't want to stop anyone from doing what they want to do. But it feels very like too soon with how mismanaged he's been in his personal life. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to shit on the guy, right? But he historically has not been kind to himself. If you get what I'm saying. Scooter is back. Aha, they're desperate, huh? Yeah. Well, no, I'm not shitting on the LCU. Even though now I seem like I might want to if I'm actually Voldemorted. Maybe Keem is Voldemorting me. Who's to say? Maybe. If so, fuck it. That's fine. I think I'm mostly upset because it's the perceived dynamic between a host and the company is so cringe. It's like I get like, oh, it's a great opportunity to be able to work with some bigger names in the industry, right? Like, oh, I get to work with Boogie or Keemstar or Tommy C, right? Oh, that's sick. That's fun. That's cool. You know, these people made some of the best content when we were younger, right? Back in the day. But besides that, it's like, what am I supposed to suck your cock? Should I be sucking your Pepsi can cock if I'm going to work here? That's an Iceman quote, by the way. I'm not being. Anyways, it's cringe in my opinion. To like, I don't know what the expectation is. Do you want to thank you like every day? When I told Keem like, oh, I want to do my own thing, right? My days in the LCU have become boring because as much as I can go on and help another show and go visit and say this and say that and try and provide some entertainment for other people, it just becomes very boring to not be able to really do like what I want, like the actual things I want to cover. It's boring. Well, let me see this thing. That block where the thing goes is 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. It must be this low. Which I think is the height that I have it to. Yeah, sick. Sweetie Fox. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I see you in the chat. Tech, he was not getting any view anymore like a few months back. We're talking about Scooter, right? Yeah, Scooter was not doing too well, unfortunately. LOL, I definitely can see his downfall recently, true. He should have stayed closer to his mom. Oh, Scooter? Yeah. It's interesting because my understanding, and I think this is all public, you've said this on shows before, Scooter's background is in the stock trade, right? In the stock market, making some bank, some pretty good money selling, you know, futures or something. So I don't know where that money went, and I don't know how accurate it is if that money's already gone. You would think someone who is doing well financially would continue to do well financially if they, you know, continue life. It's hard to fail if you succeed. It's hard to succeed if you don't succeed, right? Well, it seems like a common sense sentence. But once you've gotten something, if you've done it through your own success, it's very hard to lose that because, well, you're still the same person who was able to get that success unless something traumatic happens in your life that changes your, you know, the route that you take to do so, to do better. But he hasn't had like a big traumatic event unless there is, and I don't know, and I'm talking out my ass, who knows? Good to see you, Sweetie Fox. Yeah, I see. Is that the only game you play? No, we're just playing Minecraft because it's like the nice chill background game. But I got a couple friend swap games I'll be playing with Mr. David Jaffe soon. He's been real tired planning this game show thing for the LCO. Keem should be happy y'all are starting to want to branch out. If any of y'all make it big, wouldn't it just help his LCU? That's how I explained it to him. That's how I viewed it. Because being a contractor for a streaming network, it's like, hey, right now, I provide you this value, right? I provide you the ability to host a show and entertain a captured audience with the type of content that you already expect of me. Not much else, you know? My value stops there. My value stops at, you know, the audience you brought into this place, I will keep entertained. But if you let me branch out and I do a lot better, you know, and I'm out here experiencing more things and bringing in a bigger audience, then you get more out of me. You know? Right now, you're getting nothing except the bare minimum, which is I keep your fans entertained. Why can't you see the benefit of if I go out and I make my own fan base, that I bring my own fan base to the community. He just hated that idea. He just was not a fan. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe it has to be this much layer. And then it goes here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, why is that different? 1, 2, 3, 4, block. Oh, because I have a wall missing there. That's the same stairs. It's a little close to the head, I think, right? Fuck it, it works. If it works, it works. If it works, it works. Sweet Fox says, oh, that's nice. I also play Red Dead 2, God of War, CS, NF. I don't know what NFS is. Need for Speed? Ultra. No need to miss the goat. He's right here and off the leash. Is Ultra in my chat? No way. Hold on. Did I miss Ultra comment something? That's funny if I did. How you been, Tech? Protect. Miss you, broski. Miss you too, Ultra. I hope you're doing better. I hope you're having a better time not being part of the LCU, dude. It's draining. Jeff, you sent me an invite for the submarine game to play with you guys. Oh, Anna G, that's gonna be sick. Are you gonna do any redstone things on the house? Probably. Although I'm not sure how out of date my redstone knowledge is, right? I did a lot of redstone shit before shields were a thing. It was like right when sticky pistons were... No. When, not repeaters. I think observers dropped, and that's when I wasn't really playing Minecraft that much. So I don't know a lot of observer tech. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll be able to cook something up pretty cool. Well, the stairs are done. The floors aren't done, but we'll get that. Should probably move this bed inside the house soon. So you plan on streaming in the future? Yeah, more than likely. Although, until I can get the shows I want to do planned out, we're just chilling. It's very passive, very just conversationalist. Playing video games. Something not so high octane. Unless it's a late night stream. I found myself to be a lot more energized at night. That might be the move. I think it's time to move this stuff inside. Can I not hold a bed? There we go. Doors. What do I need? Well, I need a bed. I'm going to set it up here. I'm going to put a door. Nope. I'm going to put a door on this side. Hopefully it's cute. Hopefully it's nice. And I should have trap doors that I'll do this with. Okay, that looks like a crib. We're not building a crib. But maybe we do... I know what we do. I should have a fence. I do have a fence. Put a fence there. Does it look like a nightstand if I do this? It's a little too tall. I don't like it being on the side of the room, I think. Let's see. Let's do it here. I think. Maybe just this for the foot of the bed. I don't know. I don't know if I'm vibing with it. I don't think I'm vibing with it. What do I have? Get the bone the fuck out of my inventory. Okay. Get this bone out of here. Let's do this. Put a bed here and a bed here. Well, I have some suggestions for your stream. If you don't mind, can I share them? Yeah, always. My baby. He's all alone now. Tech is a cutie patootie. Says unknown user. Well, I don't think... Okay. Any plans for streaming schedule or to become members on this channel? I believe I am like a month out from being able to have members or anything associated to the channel. So until then, who knows? Tech, how far into the server world? This is like day 2 or 3, I think. Not much. I think I'll go like this. And I'll set up this here. Actually, I want to put it on the other side. Like that. Actually, let me put like something back here as like a little headboard thing. Maybe that headboard is... How does this look again? I go like this. I'll have to fiddle with it. Tech, thank you for leaving Fupa alone. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like the stream. Such a sweet baby. Getting a little weird, dog. You're getting a little weird there. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, leaving Fupa alone. We are in love. You and Fupa are in love? Okay, well, go enjoy Fupa. Enjoy yourself the Fupa cheese. Can we discuss about it on Discord easily? Yeah. I mean, I have a Discord server. I'm around the other fucking, I guess, Voldemort Discord servers now. So you can find me there. I do this. Add blocks there. Blocks there. I should have more of this. Crazy. That's crazy. Look, I will post my Discord soon, but for right now we're chilling. I think we should do an upper layer like this. Oh. Hold on a moment. Anyways, we're back. Yeah, that guy's not normal, whoever that is. Yeah, probably not a normal person. Sorry, had to have a little conversation with the family. We are back. That guy was not respecting the chill vibes of the stream today, so he's gone. Don't answer if you can't, but scale 1 to 10, is Albert's girlfriend like a normal person? Like, into LCU normal? Albert's girlfriend seems like like a normal person, I would say. I don't have much information besides that to give. I mean, I'm happy for the guy. I wish him well. I hope things work out. I think I have this scaled for 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't have it scaled for 3. What do I have it scaled for? If I remove... If I do... Let's see. I love the pink windows. Yeah, it's very girly pop. Okay, this is 3. And if this is 3... 1, 2, 3... Could I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's just do block 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the center is 2. Okay, so we can do that. Which means oh, and what was I going to do on the outside? I think I was just going to do trap doors for the outside. Right? Hold on. Techland Michael, W Girly Pop. Didn't you say you had another channel you talk politics on? It'll probably be this one eventually. But for right now, we're chilling because the way I want to start that whole thing off is probably by uploading a video first and not just like doing it on stream without any major plans. Plus, I have guests that I'm going to be bringing up to have those conversations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I come in here, grab this. Not terrible. Not terrible. I'll have to move stuff around soon. Oh, props. I don't know if I could watch my man freak out with mustard. True. W Tech. Text number 3 fan has entered the chat. Hell yeah, Farnsworth. Good to see you. Good to see you. And the bed's pointed towards the sunset. So if you get there in time, you can watch the sun fall down. So that's good. Or rather set this up here. But as it stands, let me make this floor actually. This floor is going to kill me if I don't get it set up. There's not enough blocks. Give me these. Give me those. Do that. So Tech, you're going to go for like a full political streamer vibe on this channel. Probably. That might be the direction. It's probably going to be more commentary. Political commentary. And also just like internet drama-esque. Not super drama focused, but there's some people that I find to be fairly interesting that I would like to talk about and maybe talk to. People that, you know, they're a little more unhinged. Like, I had no problem ever talking with Iceman. Iceman was a pleasure. You know, I enjoyed working with the guy, talking to the guy. I imagine I could do so with other characters similar to him. I don't even know what this floor is going to be used for, but it leads to the farm if they need it. And then this is like a little mining thing they can use, and then it goes down again. Then here's the basement, which right now we are going to block off. Basement has all the chests. They can have their own little like space here. This is the mine that goes out, so they can go for more resources. I think we're on a big hill, actually. So, yeah. I don't know if the mining's going to be great, but they can make that fucking mine go down as far as they want. There's sea level. We're up on this hill. I'll build a better looking facade, right? We'll add some like vines and some other accents and maybe some outshoots that go off into like maybe a tower or something. But this is just the bare bones part of the build. This is their little farm. There's actually a lot of things that are grown. But I'm not fucking doing any of that right now. Joey said last night on stream he was quitting, and today on Crypt, Josh was covering for him for some reason. It was really weird coming from Josh. I don't know if Jaffe's quitting or not. I think he's been thinking about it for a while, but I don't know if he's like come to some actual conclusion, if that's like what he wants to do. It could be. It could have been. But for now, he's just thinking about it. If you can get Cyrex, that'd be some shit. You should stream Minecraft with Sarah or Jaffe. The best Crypt was Tech and Jaffe early days. I do miss the Tech and Jaffe early days for sure. Here, let me go here. Let's open up YouTube. Oh no. Will Foxy survive Dookie Mama?
Okay, listen.
What are they doing today? Let's see. The description, anything? Cash cow or higher. Created by Keemstar. Who knows? Iceman's the future of the LCU. Hell yeah. Support Iceman. Look at that guy. Jeffy is quiet quitting Crypt. Could be. You, Albert, and Iceman's first stream at 12 a.m. was epic. I had fun. I had a good time. Oh, look, we're beating Dr. Donut. He has 14 people watching, and I have 16. Can he even compete? Wow. Get fucked, Dr. Donut. Can you imagine losing out to Chill Stream? All right, chat. I'll be back online soon. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys shortly. We're gonna take a little break. Just a little mini stream. We'll be back. Talk to you guys later, okay? Thank you so much, chat. We appreciate you. Here's the outro music. There it goes. There we go. Bye, everybody. We'll see ya.